Hello and good day. This is Dr. Peter with a weekly outlook. The market continues to fight the Fed to force it to give up, stop further rise in the key interest rate and start cutting rates before the end of the year. The market's tactics are always the same. Either you lower the key interest rate and we got our drug money at lower cost again, or we let the market crash. But the market players are doing the math without the consumers, meaning the people out in the country. I worked for a short time in Wall Street in the third tier, and I know that there is nobody walking around there who earns less than $500,000 a year. So these people are far removed from the problems of the ordinary people on whose backs the whole house of cards has been built. The Fed also knows another truth, namely that inflation is 10 times worse than any recession. Inflation destroys everything: livelihood, businesses, households, and states. We live in an extremely fragile fiat money system which is already beginning to collapse because it is based on nothing but faith, meaning it's a religion. So it is no surprise that the Fed and its subordinate governments which control fiat money are cracking down on decentralized cryptocurrencies. This is just normal self-preservation instinct. Since fiat money is losing more and more support every day and there are now alternatives, all the world's central banks are feverishly working on her own cryptocurrencies, which is already enjoying great popularity there. After all, it means the loss of one of the most important characteristics of money, namely that of a store of value. Today, you can still get money at the ATM and keep it at home or on demand and buy whatever, whenever. As long as cash is still accepted, you have value in your pocket that you can use to buy food, live, drive, and dress with. Later, this will no longer be possible because the virtual central bank's money can be switched off, made scarcer, and allocated at any time. The ECB has also announced plans to subject the money to forfeiture if it's not used with a certain period of time. Savings will thus also be controlled and made impossible at will. But I don't want to spread fear here. I'm just tapping into an issue because the sick minds of the ECB, Fed and government often forget that the USA and the European Union together make up about 10 to 15% of the people on the planet. That means 85% of the people continue to live in cash economies. Also, I personally do not believe in the abolition of cash. At best, a limit of about $10,000 because, as we know, the initiators of such plans are precisely those who need cash to continue to pay for their activities away from the public eyes in secret. None of them buys their narcotics and other prohibited things and actions with a credit card or pays with QR codes. One of the consequences will be that people will migrate to countries where they can live their life freely and unbothered. The measures in the European Union and the USA lead nowhere but to isolation. We are watching this in slow motion as the United States, Europe, the dollar, and the influence of the so-called West continues to shrink every day. Prepare yourself. Make sure some of your assets are outside of the zone of influence of the European Union and the United States. Africa, South America and Asia are worth mentioning here. And if you still have a negative opinion of Asia and China in particular, it could be because you never hear anything in Europe and the US but abysmally bad news and apocalyptic conditions in China. See for yourself or talk to people who live there. Then you will realize that we live in a universe of false news and propaganda. Croesus-asset.management is at home in Asia and time will tell where growth and advancement are the order of the day and where decline and deconstruction will be. Those who live in Germany and look down on their government need not look down on other governments. The intention behind the action is crucial. No one will always be able to please everyone, but those who deliberately dismantle the world's fourth largest industrial nation need not point the finger at everyone. Stay well informed, visit our website, become part of the Croesus family. I look forward to seeing you. Yours sincerely, Dr. Peter Reinhardt.